Hello everyone. In this session, I will be sharing about the next basic skill related to um, IELTS writing task 1 and can also be used for writing task 2. Okay, so the skill that I want to highlight here is paraphrasing. So have you ever heard of the word paraphrasing? Do you know the meaning? Do you know what you have to do when we say the word paraphrasing? So, paraphrasing means you are changing. Okay, paraphrasing means changing. Changing what? You are changing the original form of something to something else, but you do not change the meaning. So, in academic writing, in English examinations, when you can read, when they have provided you, when the question has provided you with sentences or situations, you can make use of it in your answer. But what you cannot do is you cannot copy paste and write it as the same original form. So you have to change the original form a little bit by paraphrasing. Okay, so how can you do that? You can paraphrase by simply replacing some words from the background given with synonyms. Okay, all right. And paraphrasing can also happen by changing the sentence structure, for example, from active voice to passive voice and vice versa. What does synonym means? Just now, synonym means same meaning word. So when I say the word big, what comes into your mind? It may be large, it may be gigantic, it may be humongous, it may be enormous, for example. Alright? Okay. So in IELTS writing 1, you can use, or you are encouraged to reuse the situation given that is given in the question paper and write it as your introduction paragraph. But you cannot just copy paste the situation, so you have to paraphrase. All right, so we will look at, like the first one that I said just now. You can paraphrase by replacing it with same meaning words, or what we can call it as synonym. So to practice synonym, you are encouraged to always check your dictionary and check the thesaurus. Okay, so for example, when I see or when I say the word pretty, what would be the synonym for the word pretty? It can be attractive, alluring, charming, enchanting, fascinating. And if I say the word transportation, it can be a lift, ride, vehicle. A group of students can be the boys and girls, a group of pupils, okay? And tallest can be highest, lofty, towering, uplifted, decreased, declined, dropped, dipped, increased, rised, elevated, boosted, climbed up. So if you use synonyms, it shows that you have attempted to paraphrase, but don't just change one or two words. You have to change more than one word, and to show that you are actually attempting to paraphrase. Okay, so bear in mind that of course you have to change the words, some words in the situation, but you are encouraged to change more than one word. All right. Okay, next you can also change paraphrase by changing the sentence structure from either active to passive sentence. For example, so what is active voice or active sentence? It means that it is a sentence where the subject performs the action stated by the verb. Okay, so the formula is subject followed by verb followed by object. It's clear, that is the rule. However, for passive voice or passive sentence, the subject is governed by the verb. What does it mean? The subject is no longer dominating the action of the verb. Alright, okay, so for example, let's look at an example, some examples. So, um, for example, in the active voice column, we have the sentence Stephanie ate 6 chicken wings at dinner. So what would be the passive voice? Remember just now, the subject is governed by the verb. It now becomes, you are changing it, you are paraphrasing it to, at dinner, 6 chicken wings were eaten by Stephanie. Okay, then we have Shiro changed to flat tire. Shiro changed the flat tire of his car. The passive voice would be the flat tire was changed by Shiro. Okay, and then we have the company requires staff to watch a safety video every year. And the passive voice would be the staff are required by the company to watch a safety video every year. Okay, all right. So this is an example of a question for writing task 1. As you can see, the situation is given there. The line graph below gives information about the amount of coffee exported from 3 countries between 2002 and 2012. And then the kind of data that we are seeing here is a line graph. But for this session, I will not be focusing much on the data, just the situation given, all right? And as I said just now, you are encouraged to make use of the situation given in the question paper and you turn it into, you use it for your introduction paragraph, the first paragraph in your writing, in your answer for IELTS Task 1. So a possible introduction would be the graph presents figures for coffee exports from 3 Latin American countries from 2002 until 2012. So now what you can do is you can compare between the possible introduction that I have just stated with you cross-check it with the situation given. What are the words that have been changed, how many words that have been changed, and whether the possible introduction here, does it change the meaning of the original sentence given? Okay, so this is your task and we will discuss it after this. Alright, so basically when I say about paraphrasing, it's not something that there is no formula except for the fact that you are replacing the original sentence, okay, replacing the original sentence into a new form, but you do not change the meaning of the original form. So you can cross-check with the original form here with the paraphrased introduction. Alright? Okay, so that is all about paraphrasing.